Hi, in continuity to our mental health series, this is the third video. If you haven't watched our previous two, I will put up the links and of course, you can have a look at that as well. Also, just to follow up with our last video, one of the reasons why we even made that video is for you to understand the need for you to have that body connect with your own self. That need to understand that your body is a temple. You take care of it and it shall take care of you. And today, of course, I want to make you understand the need for you to care and also the umpteen amount of satisfaction you get when you get cared as well. That's in fact one of the reasons why you see the title as what it is. Well, a lot of times, again, the whole world can be classified into two. People who have pets and people who do not have pets. Or like how many people might say, people who like pets and people who do not like pets. And also, this is one common story that you must have either witnessed or must have heard either from your friends and family, where it's either the mum of the house or the dad of the house or both were extremely resistant towards having a pet. Why? Because they have you, and the amount of effort and care that they took to take care of you was good enough that they do not want to take care of another cycle, and that too with an animal in the house. Yet you might have multiple stories. One such with my own mother-in-law who hated dogs, and today how that dog is inseparable. How it's one of the factors of her universe, and how she loves that dog. There are people who love animals, and there are people who haven't yet experienced that love, and that's how the reality is. Just having a pet, especially people who have pets at home, know the kind of impact it can have on you, people around you, how it can change the energy of the house, relationships in the house. Many people know it who have pets, but the vast majority don't know the kind of mental and physical health impact it has. It has a huge impact on our well-being. It is, in fact, instrumental for everyone who's experiencing depression. It can help you with your depression. Having a pet at home can also release hormones in your brain, such as dopamine, which is nothing but the hormone responsible for us to keep calm and relax. It also helps lower blood pressure. It helps in reducing cholesterol. And of course, there are many more advantages. But I want to use this video as a medium to give you the impact and the effect having a pet has on all of our lives. Every time I speak to people who have pets, there's one thing that's universal that I hear from a lot many people. The reason why they love their pet is because that pet doesn't judge them. That pet gives them that unconditional love. And yeah, you do get that. The minute you have reached just outside that door, that little soul, that energy bomb knows and starts sparking, starts getting excited, and it's that same warm welcome that you get literally every single day. They don't judge you because they love you. Having a pet at home also makes you a worthy conversation buddy because they're fantastic listeners. I'm so sure so many people who are watching this video know what I'm talking about. Especially during your sad times where you wanted to share and express, you just had that little soul there and you just vented, and that animal paid attention to you, actually understood your emotions. And that's exactly what pets do. They're so empathetic towards you that even though they might not necessarily understand the language that you speak, they know. When you're angry, they know. When you're sad, they know. When you're happy, they definitely know. And they actually reciprocate to your tonality, to your expressions, to your emotions without being judgmental, just by being empathetic. If there's one lesson that you can learn from your pets at home is how for them only one factor matters. Today matters. You rarely see that pet of yours go down the memory lane or on a futuristic jet to think about where they'll be 5 years from today, 10 years from today. Will they get a better owner/manager? No, for them it's today that matters. If they get that food, they're super excited. If you are there, they get super excited. If you take them out, they get super excited, because today matters. You learn to value your today through them. Having a pet at home is like having a child at home. It brings those paternal instincts inside you. It makes you care, show that unconditional love towards that pet. And it's not just that, it also alters your habit system. The minute you know it's feeding time for that pet of yours, you rush, you don't want to be late, or you at least call in unforeseen circumstances a family or friend to go take care. That's what being a parent is, showing that care. Pets alter a habit system in ways that you haven't imagined. They can be your alarm, not clock, alarm. Dot so and so time you might have, especially the ones who have pet at home, you know what I'm talking about. That pet can wake you up sharp so and so time, no matter whether you want to wake up or not. It's there, rubbing itself to you, wagging its tail, barking, making sure that you are up. It can be such a worthy companion for all of us that it can be one of our best work buddies that you can find. So many people take their pets, especially dogs, out for those long walks and strolls. And that dog also, obviously, the sniff master, they go sniffing, they stop, they lift that leg, and of course own that car. It might not even be yours. You know what they do. And that's the advantage. It's a double whammy. They get to walk and do what they do. You get to walk and at least help reduce that cholesterol of yours. Just having a pet right beside you and you running your hands on their head, their back, is also therapy. Of course, it's more comforting for them, but it's therapy for you as well. And I can go on and on. But then, before I end this video, I want you to take these few decisions. And it's only based on those questions, decide, and then go ahead. If not, stop this video whenever you get a no to any of those questions. Getting a pet is a bigger responsibility for you than you can possibly imagine. Are you ready for that responsibility? After listening to my advantages, you might say, having a pet is a stress buster, so you bring that pet home only to transfer that stress to the pet. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. If you can't be accountable, don't have one. If you can't show care and concern, don't have one. Second, do you want to buy that pet? Do you want to adopt that pet? Do you want to rescue that pet? The choice is yours. Of course, it's an industry out there, so you will get the top-notch breed, but then adopting has a different joy. Rescuing definitely has a more fulfilling factor for a lot of us. I know so many of my own fellow trainees, friends, who have such love and affection towards those animals on road that they go on a feeding spree. They make sure they take time. They save up money just to go feed, because obviously that's important to them, and it's also important to the dogs out there or cats out there. Because if you can care for those animals who nobody cares, you not just feel good, but you get blessings from the Almighty as well. That's why either adopt or rescue. And of course, if you have the money and if you do not want to do the other two, you can buy it as well. Third is, what kind of a pet do you want? It's not just about the dogs or the cats, which obviously are most popular. If you don't like those furry friends, you can always have an aquarium at home. A lot of fishes, a few fishes. If you don't like fishes, birds. You can have rabbits. You can have reptiles. You decide what kind of pet you want and what suits your liking and your needs. And finally, it's also important for you to understand whether the environment is supportive of that. Let me go basic. If the house is really big, you can have a big dog. It will move around. But if the house is smaller, then getting that big dog should not hamper that dog. If you are allergic to fur, ask this question to yourself. Do you want to take that risk for yourself? If your neighborhood is very closely knitted, do you want that animal, if it barks and if it makes a lot of noise, is it going to ruin relationships, spoil relationship between your neighbors? It's all of these factors that you need to keep in mind, apart from, of course, the umpteen advantages having a pet has on all of our lives. Weigh them and get them, because you will not regret once you're ready for it. And also, it's not just for you. That's a legacy that your future family will also carry it. And I have another video for your own mental health next week, which definitely has the mental factor in mind. Until then, have a beautiful life.